The year 2022 proved to be a challenging one for Australia in terms of crime. The nation found itself grappling with a series of unprecedented challenges that tested the very fabric of its society and the effectiveness of its law enforcement agencies. The nation faced a surge in cocaine trafficking, with authorities seizing record amounts of the drug. This surge not only highlighted the growing demand for cocaine within the country, but also underscored the increasing sophistication of drug trafficking networks operating in and around Australia. Additionally, a devastating cyber attack on one of its largest health insurers, Medibank, compromised the personal data of millions of Australians. This breach exposed vulnerabilities in the nation's cybersecurity infrastructure and raised serious concerns about the protection of sensitive information. Furthermore, there were growing concerns over youth crime, with an alarming rise in juvenile delinquency. This trend not only posed immediate challenges for law enforcement, but also indicated deeper societal issues that needed to be addressed to prevent future generations from falling into a cycle of crime. These issues not only tested the resilience of Australia's law enforcement and security agencies, but also raised important questions about public safety and the need for comprehensive strategies to combat evolving criminal threats. The complexity and interconnectivity of these challenges required a multifaceted approach, involving not just law enforcement, but also community leaders, policymakers, and the public. This essay delves into three major crime categories that gripped Australia in 2022: cocaine trafficking, the Medibank cyber attack, and youth crime. Each of these issues had far-reaching implications, affecting not just the immediate victims, but also the broader community and the nation's sense of security. Each section will provide a detailed background of the issue, its societal impact, and the measures taken by authorities to address it. By examining these cases, we can gain a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by Australia and the strategies employed to mitigate these threats. By understanding the nature and scope of these crimes, we can better grasp the challenges Australia faces and the importance of a multifaceted approach to maintain public safety and security. It is crucial to recognize that these issues are not isolated incidents, but part of a broader pattern that requires sustained effort and collaboration to address effectively. The essay will also emphasize the need for public awareness and community engagement in crime prevention efforts. Public participation is essential in creating a safer environment, as community members play a vital role in identifying and reporting suspicious activities, supporting rehabilitation programs, and fostering a culture of vigilance and responsibility. Ultimately, the goal is to provide a concise yet informative overview of Australia's major crime landscape in 2022, highlighting the need for continued vigilance and proactive measures to create a safer future for all Australians. By learning from the past and implementing effective strategies, Australia can build a more resilient and secure society for generations to come. 2022 saw a dramatic increase in cocaine production in South America, particularly in countries like Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia. This surge in production inevitably led to a ripple effect across the globe, with Australia becoming a prime target for traffickers. The vast Australian coastline and sophisticated criminal networks facilitated the smuggling of large quantities of cocaine into the country. The Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission, or ASIC, reported a significant increase in cocaine seizures in 2022, indicating a growing demand for the drug within the country. This influx of cocaine has had a devastating impact on Australian communities, fueling addiction, violence, and organised crime. Furthermore, the high profits associated with cocaine trafficking have empowered criminal organisations, allowing them to expand their operations and infiltrate legitimate businesses. This has created a complex web of criminality that poses a significant challenge for law enforcement agencies. The increasing prevalence of cocaine in Australia underscores the global nature of the drug trade and the need for international cooperation to disrupt supply chains and dismantle criminal networks. In a stark reminder of the evolving nature of crime, Australia experienced a major cyber attack in October 2022. This incident involved Medibank, one of the country's largest private health insurers, which became the target of a sophisticated ransomware attack. The attack was not just a random act of cyber vandalism, but a calculated assault on a critical component of Australia's healthcare system. The attack resulted in the theft of sensitive personal data of millions of Medibank customers. This included highly confidential information such as names, addresses, dates of birth, Medicare numbers, and even detailed medical claims information. The breach exposed the personal lives of countless individuals, making them vulnerable to identity theft and other forms of exploitation. The perpetrators, identified as a Russian cybercriminal group, demanded a ransom from Medibank in exchange for not releasing the stolen data publicly. This group, known for its sophisticated techniques and elusive nature, posed a significant challenge to law enforcement agencies worldwide. In response, the Australian government, in collaboration with international partners, launched a full-scale investigation to identify and hold the perpetrators accountable. This effort involved not only local law enforcement but also international cybersecurity experts and agencies, highlighting the global nature of cybercrime. This attack sent shockwaves throughout Australia, highlighting the vulnerability of critical infrastructure and the potential for cyber attacks to disrupt essential services and compromise the privacy of millions. Hospitals, clinics, and other healthcare facilities faced unprecedented challenges as they scrambled to secure their systems and protect patient data. The Medibank cyber attack served as a wake-up call for businesses and government agencies alike. It emphasized the urgent need for robust cybersecurity measures to protect sensitive data and critical infrastructure from increasingly sophisticated cyber threats. Companies across various sectors began to re-evaluate their cybersecurity protocols, investing in advanced technologies and training programs to safeguard their digital assets. The incident also sparked a national conversation about data privacy and security. It prompted calls for stronger legislation and increased investment in cybersecurity capabilities. Public awareness campaigns were launched to educate citizens about the importance of data protection, and policymakers began to draft new laws aimed at enhancing the nation's cybersecurity framework. As Australia continues to navigate this new era of digital warfare, the lessons learned from the Medibank attack will undoubtedly shape the future of the country's cybersecurity landscape. The incident underscored the need for a proactive approach to cybersecurity, one that involves not only technological advancements but also a cultural shift towards prioritizing data protection and privacy. In this interconnected world where data flows seamlessly across borders, the importance of cybersecurity cannot be overstated. The Medibank cyber attack serves as a stark reminder that in the digital age, the battle for security and privacy is ongoing, and vigilance is key to safeguarding our most valuable assets. While cybercrime and drug trafficking dominated headlines, the issue of youth crime quietly but steadily emerged as a growing concern in Australia in 2022. Youth crime, often overshadowed by more sensational crimes, has been increasingly capturing the attention of law enforcement and the public alike. Although youth crime rates have generally been in decline over the past decade, recent data indicates a worrying trend. Certain types of offences, such as car theft and break-ins, have seen an uptick in some states and territories, raising alarms among community members and authorities. This increase in specific crimes has prompted a closer examination of the underlying causes and potential solutions. The surge in youth crime has been attributed to a complex interplay of factors, including socio-economic disadvantage, which often leaves young people with limited options and opportunities. Lack of educational and employment opportunities further exacerbates the problem, as does substance abuse, which can lead to a cycle of criminal behavior. Exposure to family violence is another significant factor, creating an environment where crime can seem like the only escape or solution. The issue of youth crime is particularly complex, requiring a multifaceted approach that addresses both immediate and long-term needs. It necessitates a balanced approach that considers the need for accountability and the importance of rehabilitation, ensuring that young offenders are given a chance to reform. Rehabilitation programs and counseling sessions play a crucial role in this process, helping young people to find a path away from crime. Public concern over youth crime has been compounded by high-profile incidents and extensive media coverage, often creating a perception that the problem is more widespread and severe than official statistics suggest. This perception has led to calls for tougher sentencing laws and increased police powers, with some advocating for a more punitive approach. However, others argue that a focus on punishment alone is not enough and that early intervention programs are essential. These programs aim to address the root causes of crime, providing support and guidance to at-risk youth before they turn to criminal activities. Social workers and educators play a vital role in these initiatives, working to create a supportive environment that can prevent crime before it starts. The challenge for policymakers and community leaders is to develop and implement evidence-based strategies that effectively address both the immediate concerns about public safety and the long-term goal of reducing youth offending. This involves not only increasing police presence and public safety measures, but also investing in community programs that offer positive alternatives to crime. By focusing on both prevention and rehabilitation, it is possible to create a safer and more supportive environment for young people, ultimately reducing the incidence of youth crime and helping them to build a better future.